Is that Remy on your socks?
It is.
It looks like a different dog, but I can only imagine you'd have one dog on your foot or two, but
it's a repeating pattern of Remy and Bones.
Mm.
Come on. It's the Patreon.
Oh, is there a song?
Time to turn it on. Get the questions wrong.
Ron?
This is why we start with banter, Elyse. This is why we start with banter. Remember we said we were going to talk about how we went to the sword fair?
Yeah, you were all like, we'll open with the sword fair. And then you're like,
and then I did a rhyme.
I got a rhyme.
Song. Let me sing this song.
A local blacksmith.
Why was that like a news report?
Blacksmith murdered the words I was saying as they were coming out were absurd.
Yeah.
A local blacksmith decided, I think that they were planning to relocate.
They were purging
or something, and so they had a bunch of extra swords they needed to get rid of.
I don't think he was relocated. I think he was just like, I have too much stuff.
Too many swords.
He's very famous. I mean, can we name him? It's Tony Swanton.
Name and shame.
What?
Swanton.
You gotta. If you're a blacksmith.
If you're a blacksmith and a swordsmith, Swanton is a great name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not swinging.
He's been around for many. I think he worked on Hook. He worked on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, you need the Rufio sword?
I got to hold one of the ones that he didn't send to production years ago. Not at this thing, but he had one. He was just like, oh, this one just never got sent. So somewhere that I've lost is a photo of me holding one of his, But anyway, that's not what we were going to talk about.
Well, we went to getting rid of all these things, and it was essentially in the back of the warehouse where I guess many of the blacksmithing activities take place. But it was just open season on anything. And there were also some other people selling dice and different interesting wares. People were selling their wares. But
stones.
It felt like we were on the set of not Waterworld stunt show, but as you're walking through the line to get to the Waterworld stunt show, like a lot of scrap metal, a lot of stuff, and a lot of swords.
How much does a sword run these days?
Well, there was a whole trash bin.
Yeah, they wouldn't tell us
trash bin that I asked, and they said everything in all those swords in there were like $100.
So we had to answer 3 riddles.
Oh yeah,
they were going to tell us the price of the swords.
There was a guy who was checking people out, and every time he made a sale, he would bang a gavel.
Yeah, big mallet, big hammer.
It was a big to-do.
It was a big
to-do. I got overwhelmed very quickly.
You're saying that we could have started this podcast with all of us holding swords and not mentioned anything, then you just decided not to buy 4 swords?
Well, if we had bought 4 swords, it would have spent all of our Splendid Daddy's Patreon contributions.
Which is the point.
Just want to thank the Splendid Daddies who make our sword purchases possible. Doomfeather, of course, Adam R. Savage, Tina Narvaez Jr., Uncle Marcus, and Jesus Christ, parentheses, pseudonym.
Oh,
can we be certain about that?
Big thanks to the big man.
Jesus Christ. Well, it's like Jesus Christ Superstar, but Jesus Christ pseudonym.
Jesus Christ.
I'm assuming that's what that is.
Does anyone here own a katana?
No, because they didn't know about the sword fair until you're like, we went and got nothing.
They didn't have katanas. They had some scimitars. It was mostly broadswords and long swords.
I saw a guy leaving with a katana.
Oh, you did?
May have brought it, though.
There was an alarming amount of people, when I drove up, an alarming amount of people outside the fair fighting with swords and running around with swords. Mm-hmm. One guy had like a big bundle, like he had firewood. There was a part of the fair where there was just a puddle, like a big green puddle full of like buckles that were covered in rust, and people were like going over to them like Skeksis and just collecting them in bags, and it's a little weird.
It was a real mishmash, because then there was just one part where it was like bins of puppet parts.
Oh yeah,
like,
that was fun.
Why do swords and puppet parts are like a concentric, almost concentric circles.
They had the mask from The Mask.
Well, we weren't sure. It was a guy selling the mask that looked like it was from the movie The Mask, Jim Carrey. But he said it was from the original mold. He couldn't confirm that.
I don't trust him. Everyone says that.
He also was selling a full-size Chucky. What's the name? The Child's Play doll is like
good guy,
good friend, or good buddy, or whatever. It was like that with the full packaging and everything. And a kid who was probably only like 12 came with his dad and was like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And the dad bought it for him. And then the kid was walking around holding it saying, I love you, Dad. I love you. It was a pretty incredible moment.
I saw them leaving. I didn't see the actual, that's amazing.
Could you imagine if that kid winds up being killed by that doll?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it
his last words were, I love you, Dad. Oh, that's so sad. It's funny because we talked about this with such zeal off mic, but it was just a weird. I think we're all slightly traumatized because it was too small of a space and there was so much stimulation, insanely hot, and then also like a puddle full of rusty buckles. And then buckets of swords and people screaming sold. And then one guy saying like, we invaded the IKEA dressed like Vikings. And we were like, it was just the most overstimulating place for us to have gone hey, let's go work out.
Yes. You would have hated it, Zach.
I would have hated it, but I would have liked you to show up with at least a single sword to grace my home with.
Yeah.
Next time. Well, next. I do have plenty of swords at home that I just happen to have.
Okay, great.
Speaking of IKEA, can we get dinner at the IKEA one night? That's my dream.
Your toe just touched me so gently.
Your dream? That's your dream? Like that. People dream big, Elyse. Dreams are supposed to be saved for things that you could barely imagine.
We can walk there.
Dreams are not. You don't reserve dreams for can we eat dinner at IKEA some night.
It's a dream when no one else wants to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you because you imagine all of us sitting in the IKEA eating, you would be glowing and we'd be miserable. Actually, maybe Zach, I feel like you'd be into it.
I think I would enjoy myself, but now I feel like you kind of set it up for it never to happen by saying like, this is my insurmountable dream is walking 5 minutes to the IKEA and getting a meatball. Like
elderberry.
We get pizza, Zach. Pizza and hot dogs.
Pizza and hot dogs.
That's the other thing is you don't take advantage of IKEA's Scandinavian menu. We've been through this. Elyse and I once ate at IKEA every single day for several weeks.
What?
No,
it was an experiment.
1 week.
It was an experiment we did when we had a website that we wrote funny articles for, and we thought it would be funny to eat at IKEA every single day for a week.
And was it?
No, it wasn't because she just kept getting the hamburger, and I was trying to try the whole menu.
James, they only have pizza and hot dogs.
Whatever. You kept getting that. I was getting like the fish. It was terrible.
How does IKEA hot dog and pizza compare to Costco?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't compare. It doesn't compare.
I have nothing to add to this.
We took Zach to Costco for lunch for a hot dog.
It was so cold.
It was so cold. At one point, he turned to us and he was like, "Can I leave? I'm so cold."
I thought the hot dog was cold.
No, the hot dog was delicious.
He was like shivering, and we were like, "Do you want to leave?" You're like, "I could just call a car so you can stay here and finish your hot dogs." Leave.
It was freezing. Why was it so cold here?
We were in that wind. We were in the wind tunnel. This is what people pay to listen to.
Yeah, hot dogs and Zach being cold.
Okay, let's get to the questions.
Please.
Who wants to ask a question?
I brought questions.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did any of us bring questions? I think we all it's a stalemate. None of us brought any questions.
I brought
a question. I brought
2 questions. And I wrote them on this index card.
That's smart.
Making my Rosby.
Because we used my phone to film this show. And last time I went, oh no, I forgot I couldn't really. I think AJ had to write them down for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
You guys ready?
Yes.
In a press junket for Cars 3, Cars creative director Jay Ward offered a personal theory for where the cars got their personalities. What was it? Right.
I'm going to say childhood trauma.
Oh, like when they were little cars?
When they were little.
Which raises the question.
When they were little, I feel like every car has to be like a bumper car first.
Oh, I see. This is something we were wrestling with before.
This is what we were wrestling with.
So do they grow?
We didn't know if it was a tiny car or if it was like a tire with eyes or what.
Tire with eyes? Just a bunch of tires rolling around with eyes? That's horrifying.
They're like frogs.
Wait,
like
Zach, there was, so you're saying a bumper car, but then is there like a teenage version where they're like a slightly larger bumper car or like a Prius?
Like in Autopia and.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in Disneyland.
Yeah.
In my answer, I'm going to propose a new theory. I think when we die, our souls go into a car.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Not dissimilar from what I was thinking, but slightly different.
And we don't remember the past life.
You just wake up, ka-chow.
Is this?
He's just like, I guess I'm born. I'm fully realized. Ka-chow.
Yeah.
Is this a Xenu type, like a Scientology situation where like maybe we live here and then our souls get transported via
Our
747?
thetans get put into cars. Yeah.
Huh.
Or wait, you get enough thetans and then you get put into a car? I don't know how it works.
They got dropped in a volcano, didn't they? In Scientology?
Whoa,
Wait,
the thetans.
All the thetans got dropped in a volcano.
Who knows? It's all forbidden knowledge, so we shouldn't know any of this. If we know anything, it's Zowie. I was going to say something sort of similar is that maybe there's like an off-site area where there's all these new cars, and like when a human being dies, like a different continent, they put them in the car like a sarcophagus, and then they, kind of similar to what you're saying, they wake up, they basically mulch into the car, become one, and their personality is the car's personality.
A sarcophagus?
A sarcophagus. Wow. How did you not scream that out faster? You were very patient.
I want to let you finish.
To hear and watch our full bonus episode and support the show, go to patreon.com/answerforit.